Most new businesses in the United Arab Emirates do not fail because the idea was wrong. They fail because the money ran out first. A company can look profitable on paper and still miss payroll. Profit and cash are not the same thing. This chart illustrates a stark reality. 82% of business failures trace back to poor cash flow management. The cause is not weak demand or a bad product. It is simply money running out at the wrong time. Best Solutions solves this exact operational disconnect. They have formed over 5,000 companies across the region. You will learn exactly how to build this financial foundation today. Value-added tax arrived in 2018. Corporate tax followed in 2023. Every business in the United Arab Emirates now requires clean and separate records of what it earns and owes. Mixing personal and business transactions in one account causes immense trouble. It guarantees a structural disaster at your very first tax filing. The first mistake founders make is running the business through a personal account. This practice is technically allowed, but highly dangerous. Tax registration demands clear records of every single business transaction. The second mistake is choosing a financial technology platform over an established traditional bank. These platforms look appealing during setup. However, they limit your access to comprehensive services and dedicated relationship managers. The third mistake is selecting a high-risk commercial license activity without considering banking. Banks heavily scrutinize certain commercial activities. A high-risk label makes opening a corporate account significantly harder. Founders often make these early choices for simple convenience. These decisions ultimately compromise the long-term financial architecture of the entire company. The first step is opening your corporate account immediately. Do this the exact moment your trade license and Emirates ID are issued. Every week without a dedicated account creates transactions you must explain later. The second step is choosing a bank built around your actual business. The right choice depends entirely on your specific activity profile and expected transaction volume. The third step requires preparing a complete document file before you apply. You need your trade license, memorandum of association, office tenancy contract, and Emirates ID. You also need a passport copy, personal bank statements, and know your customer documents. The fourth step is presenting your business clearly to the bank. The compliance team must understand exactly what your business does. They also need to verify your expected transaction volume and your specific source of funds. The fifth step is keeping personal and business banking permanently separate. The sixth step mandates setting up cash flow forecasting from your very first month of operation. Historical data shows a clear pattern. 90% of well-prepared client applications secure approval on the very first attempt. The corporate account typically opens within 1 to 2 weeks. Swift banking approval is never a stroke of luck. It is the direct result of rigorous and structured preparation. This diagram shows how standard operational reserves are inadequate for businesses in the United Arab Emirates. You must conceptually divide your single bank balance into 4 distinct mental layers. The first layer is your core operating reserve. You must hold 3 to 6 months of operating expenses. This covers foundational costs like rent and salaries during slow periods. The second layer is your value-added tax reserve. You must hold 100% of collected value-added tax in trust. This money belongs strictly to the Federal Tax Authority. The third layer is your corporate tax provision. You should set aside 10 to 15% of your taxable profit. This covers the 9% tax on profits exceeding 375,000 dirhams. The fourth layer is your payroll and gratuity buffer. You must hold at least 2 months of wage protection system payroll in liquid cash. This layer also covers your overall gratuity exposure. Visualizing these obligations as separate layers serves a vital purpose. It stops a profitable business from spending money it technically owes to external entities. A standard bank account only records what has already happened. Cash flow forecasting projects your expected liquidity 1 to 3 months into the future. The true value of this forecast is early hazard detection. It allows your leadership team to clearly see a cash shortfall weeks before it actually strikes your operations. Sophisticated software is not required to achieve this visibility. A basic spreadsheet maintained with strict weekly discipline provides all the required protection. Consider an international trading business. Their bank rejected the corporate account application for 2 clear reasons. The activity was classified as high risk, and the home country documentation was incomplete. The operational fallout was immediate and severe. incoming cash stopped completely. This quickly threatened critical supplier payments and stalled daily operations. This is where Best Solution stepped in. Operating with a team of more than 50 specialists, they diagnosed the exact objections coming from the bank compliance team. The recovery strategy required building a newly structured application. They compiled precise proof of business activities and international contracts to secure an alternative banking partner. The ultimate lesson here is very clear. A bank rejection is not an indictment of your business model. It is a documentation failure that requires immediate and highly targeted restructuring. Let us review the 3 non-negotiable rules. First, you must enforce absolute separation of your business and personal bank accounts from day one. Second, you must maintain your financial reserves strictly across the 4 required layers. Operating expenses, taxes, and payroll are entirely different obligations. Third, you must begin executing a weekly cash flow forecast during your very first month. The weekly discipline of tracking expected cash is everything. Best Solution is offering a completely free consultation at bestsolution.ae. Founded in 2003, they build clear, personalized roadmaps around your specific goals. You can schedule your no-pressure roadmap session online. You can also visit their Business Bay office in Dubai for a face-to-face meeting. Implement these financial systems today. Do not let the wrong decision cost you more time and money later.